Prince Harry may have stepped away from royal duties years ago, but according to an explosive new report, the Duke of Sussex could now be quietly preparing for a dramatic long-term return to British public life, and this time not as a working royal, but as something entirely different, a humanitarian figure, a political voice, and perhaps even a powerful independent force operating outside palace control. Fresh claims reported by Radar Online now suggest Harry has been rebuilding communication channels with King Charles behind closed doors, while slowly repositioning himself in Britain through speeches, articles, public interventions, and carefully timed appearances. And insiders say the palace is watching every move very closely. Because while Harry may never officially return to the monarchy, many believe he is laying the groundwork for a new kind of royal relevance. According to the report, aides connected to Prince Harry and Buckingham Palace have maintained intermittent communication ever since what insiders described as a secret summit between both camps nearly a year ago. The alleged goal? To reduce public clashes, avoid embarrassing conflicts, and quietly manage relations behind the scenes despite years of royal fallout. Remember, Harry and Meghan Markle stepped back from royal duties back in 2020 before relocating to California. Since then, tensions between the Sussexes and the royal family have exploded publicly through interviews, documentaries, Harry's memoir, Spare, and repeated criticisms of palace life. But now, insiders claim something has shifted. One royal source reportedly said Harry is determined to create a new version of himself within British public life, one that exists outside the monarchy's formal structure while still carrying the influence and visibility of his royal identity. And recent months seem to support that theory. Harry has increasingly inserted himself into major UK conversations involving humanitarian issues, anti-Semitism, veterans affairs, environmental causes, and international conflict. He has also appeared more aligned publicly with King Charles on several key topics. Both Harry and Charles recently voiced support for Britain's Jewish community following attacks in London. Harry also commented on Ukraine earlier this year, using language and themes that royal watchers later noticed mirrored Charles's own messaging during his U.S. state visit. And in a rare moment of unity, Harry even joined Prince William in publicly celebrating Sir David Attenborough's environmental legacy. Royal aides reportedly believe these similarities are no coincidence. One insider claimed Harry inherited much of Charles's instinct for outspoken activism and emotional engagement with global causes. But unlike Prince William, who tends to follow the royal family's traditional restrained approach, Harry is said to feel increasingly free from royal rules. One source reportedly explained that Harry no longer sees himself as confined by the monarchy's never complain, never explain philosophy. Instead, he allegedly views himself as operating on an international stage, focused on humanitarian issues, mental health, veterans, and global conversations. Still, insiders say Britain remains emotionally central to him, and that may explain why speculation about a possible UK re-entry continues growing. According to reports, Harry is expected to return to Britain ahead of the 2027 Invictus Games in Birmingham. While there are reportedly no official royal reunion, insiders believe Harry sees the Games as an important opportunity to strengthen his UK presence again. Although there's one major obstacle standing in the way: security. The Duke's ongoing battle with the UK government over police protection remains one of the biggest unresolved issues between him and Britain. The Duke has repeatedly argued that he, Meghan Markle, Prince Archie, and Princess Lilibet cannot safely travel to the UK without state-backed security protection, and sources claim much of Harry's future involvement in Britain depends on how those negotiations play out. Meanwhile, King Charles is also reportedly caught in a difficult emotional position. Friends close to the king allegedly say Charles would like to spend more time with Archie and Lilibet, grandchildren he has rarely seen since Harry and Meghan moved to Montecito. But tensions inside palace circles reportedly remain very real. Some insiders are said to remain deeply uneasy about Harry and Meghan's commercial projects, their media deals, and their public criticisms of royal life. And not everyone inside the monarchy is convinced Harry's recent public interventions are purely humanitarian. Questions reportedly intensified after Harry published an article condemning rising anti-Semitism and anti-Muslim hatred in Britain on the exact same day King Charles privately visited London's Jewish community following violent attacks earlier this year. Critics within palace circles allegedly viewed the timing as highly strategic. One insider reportedly claimed there are growing concerns that Harry's speeches and public statements are not only about activism, but also about maintaining his global relevance and media profile. In other words, some believe Harry's humanitarian image also serves as brand management, and that debate has divided royal observers. Still, one thing remains undeniable. Harry continues to dominate headlines whenever he speaks, and insiders say the palace knows that.